This is the live that we have on YouTube. Every Wednesday, you'll catch me here every Wednesday by 3 p.m. West African time. Today I want us to do a simple Q&A, just Q&A. We've had about 3 classes now. So I have gotten some questions via email, some questions via chat, and if you're watching me, you can also drop any questions that you may have. You can drop it in the comment section. I'm going to answer every single one of your questions. So yeah. Welcome everyone. So as you know, in our Fix It with Oma, I try to pick a topic and we troubleshoot it in like 30 minutes. We try and troubleshoot it. So we just go straight to the point. Go ahead and drop your questions in the chat as we go. So I'm going to be checking the chat throughout the live. So ensure to drop your questions if you have any. So just anything at all that you may be struggling with, anything that may be giving you a headache, you can ask yourself, what's the number one thing that is disturbing me right now, that I'm struggling with, especially when it comes to my marketing right now. You can drop it in the comments. But as I've said, I've already gathered a couple of questions from my audience via email and chat, and I'm going to start with those questions as we go. Okay? So the first question that we're going to be starting with is, how do I know which social media platform is best for my business? This is a very good question. I'm going to say that for you to know which social media platform is best for your business, you need to first of all find out the demographic of your business. So the core people that your business serves is who I'm referring to here. Is your business serving primarily business owners? Is your business serving primarily Gen Zs? Is your business serving primarily fashion enthusiasts? What would you say are this group of people? Then, when you now find out this group of people, the next question is now, what platform will you find this group of people more? So the platform they are more active in, that's the platform that's you should now focus on. So for someone that is targeting a younger audience, then of course you're going to consider TikTok, you're going to consider Instagram too. For someone that is targeting millennials above, you're going to be looking at Facebook. For someone that is in B2B, targeting professionals, you're going to be looking at people on LinkedIn and so on. So it is going to depend largely on who your target audience is. So we also have another question here, that is it better to focus on one platform, or can I be in multiple places at once? I would say for a start, it is better to focus on one platform, except you have a lot of manpower, like you have a team or people that are going to work with you, because even one platform is a lot of work. So if you're entering 3, 5, 7 platforms at the same time, you're going to be spending a whole lot of time creating content and posting, and not have enough time to actually build on those platforms, because you need to take out time to engage on those platforms, to interact with other people on those platforms so that you can grow. So you don't have that luxury of time to really be stretching yourself so thin across all these platforms. But of course, if you're coming with help, then please be my guest. But if it's just you, I would recommend that you focus on one platform, or at maximum two, so that you can really have the time to grow on those platforms. Because now organic marketing is not just you post and run away. You need to take out time to engage with your audience, so that you can grow. So I have another question here. This person is asking, are ads worth it if my business is still new? Yes, ads are absolutely worth it at any time. Whether your business is new, your business is existing, ads are absolutely worth it. And I would say, especially if your business is new. Because if your business is new, you don't have an existing client base, you don't have leads that are ready to be nurtured, you need all the help you can get. You need as many people as possible to get to know you as soon as possible. So please, if you can afford to, because ads are not free, if you can afford to, then I really recommend that you should go ahead and incorporate ads into your marketing. So another question that I have here is boosting a post the same as running a proper ad campaign? If no, what's the difference between boosting a post and running a proper ad campaign? Okay, so for those that are just joining in, we're doing a Q&A now, so I'm responding to questions that people have asked me and people that are also dropping in the comment section. So if you have questions of your own, feel free to drop it in the chat too. I'm going to attend to as many questions as I can within the next few minutes. So this question, if I understand it correctly, it is you're trying to find out if you're going to get the same results boosting a post, as to if you're going to get the same results if you're running a proper ad campaign. So boosting a post is a way to run your ad. And I'm guessing what you mean by proper ad campaign is the ad campaign that is set up from the business manager, the one that you set up from your ads manager dashboard in your business manager. So yes, if you're boosting a post, you're running an ad. But yes, there are also key differences between boosting a post and running a proper ad campaign using your English. So if you're boosting a post, you are it is kind of like just 3 steps. You pick the post you want to boost, you tap on boost post, it takes you to the next page. In the next page, you select, oh, this is my objective. Let's say you select visit profiles. When you select visit profile, it takes you to the next page where you select an audience. Then it takes you to the next page where you select budget and duration, and you publish. 3 steps. But when it comes to running your ad through the business manager, there are more features. You need to have more thought into it. When you're giving a whole lot of options, it can get confusing if you don't know what to do. So it is very, very important that all right, sorry for the break in transmission, guys. So, as I was saying, the proper ad campaign that we're referring to, this proper ad campaign involves much more steps. It involves more steps compared to the other ad campaign, because in this one you're going to choose your objective, you're going to choose the budget and duration, just like in the other ad campaign. You're going to do a whole lot of things. Okay, so for this type of ad campaign, even the audiences that you're given 3 different types of audiences. You have the saved audiences, which is the regular one that you see even when you're boosting, that is interest, demographics, behaviors. You're also giving lookalike audiences. This kind of audiences is you telling Meta, I feel like this audience performed well. Now I want you to give me people that look like these people. Okay? So that's the lookalike audiences. Then we now have the custom audiences. So the custom audiences, on the other hand, is when you have data from Facebook. So you have this data and you want Facebook to now use this data to optimize your campaign. For your custom audiences, you have things like your websites, people that may have taken one action or the other on your website, they fall under your custom audiences. People that may have liked, commented, or done one engagement or the other on your page, they fall under your custom audiences, and so on and so forth. Hello. Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. So if you have any comments, any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'm also looking at the chat. And hi, I'm seeing a hi from UK. Hello, so sick. Hi. So yes, back to the question on the difference between boosting a post and running a proper ad campaign. Yes, there are differences, but boosting a post, you can get results from boosting a post. You can also get results from proper ad campaign. But boosting a post is significantly more expensive than a proper ad campaign. So keep that in mind. So if you do want to learn how to run a proper ad campaign, then you should please reach out to us. You can send me a DM on any of our social media channels at DigitalBizGuru, and you're going to get the next steps on what to do. Okay? So now I have another question on the difference between branding and marketing. Um, So I have another question, the difference between branding and marketing. And I would say your branding is like your packaging. That's the best way to explain it in very, very easy steps. Your branding is like your packaging, and your marketing is like what you're now going to do with the packaging. So if you package your business well, everything looks beautiful, your colors are beautiful, your fonts are beautiful, like the exterior looks so good, okay? And then you are not carrying that package to tell people about how beautiful that package is, why they need that package, then it means you're not doing your marketing. So you can look at your branding as making that your business exterior lovely and appealing. But you need to still go out and tell people why they should give you the time of the day, why they should pay for your products, why they should pay for your service. It's not your packaging. It's what's inside the packaging that is supposed to help in your marketing. But your branding is important because when these people now come into the business, when they come into the business, they are now going to see that the inside is just as amazing as the outside. So that's why branding and marketing work together. Because if you go out and you market, your branding is terrible, when people come, they're going to be thrown off. Because when it comes to your marketing, your online marketing, and putting out your products and all that, we judge the book by its cover. So we are going to make sure that the outside is appealing to us before we can now come in and give you the time of the day. Now, I have another question here. This one, I think it was on content marketing. How do I repurpose one piece of content into multiple formats? Okay, that's a very good question. Someone dropped a comment and said, "Why are you so beautiful?" That's my question. Thank you. All right, so back to our question on how to repurpose one piece of content into multiple formats. So we have, let's say we have an email we want to repurpose. Now, this email is teaching on, let's say this email is teaching on how to create content that will convert to sales. Now, let's say this is what this email was talking about. It's an educational email. Now, if we want to repurpose this email, we can decide to pick that same email and make it longer. Let's say the email was about 200 words, we can make it about 1000 words, and that same email has become a blog article. So we would now buttress more on what we're talking about. So, it's 200 words, we kept it brief, is an email, straight the point. This time around, we change the tone, rewrite it, and it becomes 1000 words. That email has now been repurposed to a blog article. Now, let's say that same email, we now want it to be a video on how to create content that actually converts to sales. We can decide to break that email into a 3-part video series teaching how to create content that converts into sales. That same email, we can decide to maybe write an article on it for our Medium or for our LinkedIn, maybe a LinkedIn newsletter, and we publish that newsletter still on the topic how to create content that actually converts to sales. So this is how you repurpose content. You can pick one piece of content and repurpose it on 4-5 different platforms, and it will still make sense. You can even repurpose it on the same platform. Yes. After you have sent out that email, you can later on, in maybe 2-3 months, still put another email. This time around, you would not put the subject line as content that converts to sales. It could be how to get more out of your content, but you're still talking about you're still talking about that same thing that you were talking about in the first email. So that means that you can carry one content and repurpose it in different ways. Even if it is about you just used it to talk about something in this particular platform, you can still talk about that same thing in multiple different ways. So I just use this email example to just tell you how it can happen for different platforms. All right, so I have another question on how do I attract leads without spending too much on ads? So how do I attract leads without spending too much on ads? For those that are just joining us, welcome. We are currently having a Q&A on marketing, advertising, social media. So if you have any questions that have been burning, you need help with your business, please feel free to drop your question in the chat and I'm going to answer your own question. All right, so the question was on how to attract leads without spending too much on ads. So this means that you are looking at going organic. You're looking at going organic, and your intention is to go organic, get these people to interact with you, and then get these people to take action. But if you're trying to attract leads without spending much on ads, then it means that you're going to be looking at ways to attract these people and show them that you have something that they are going to be interested in. An example of this is for them to, or rather, you're going to have to create something that we call a lead magnet. Your lead magnet is your freebie. So your lead magnet is your freebie, and that's your freebie is now supposed to help these people see that you have value to offer that they are going to key into. But you won't just create the lead magnet and call it a day. Like I'm done, I don't have any more work to do. No, your work just started. After you've created the lead magnet, you need to talk about it often. So you see some people, they use this strategy, they make a post on their page and then they will say something like, if you are interested in getting our free ebook or our free guide on how to create content that sells, just drop content in the comments and we'll send you a copy. So once you do that, people are going to now respond with content and all that, and then those are leads. You message them, you send them the freebie, you follow from there to start a conversation with them. Those are leads. So this is how you can attract leads without spending any money at all on ads. But you know, anything organic will cost you time. We pay not because we just feel like paying, but because paid ads help us save money. Hello Glory, hi, you're welcome. So we're doing a Q&A for business, for marketing. So any questions that you have, you can drop it. I'm going to answer the question. We're about rounding up soon though, so if you have any question, you can just be quick and drop it so that I make sure I get a question from you before we end the live. So I was answering the question on how to attract leads without spending any money on ads. And I said you can give a freebie. This freebie is what people are going to now come for, and then you now follow up. But you need to make sure that you're consistent with putting out your freebie, you're consistent with talking about it. Because if you create the freebie and forget about it, you never talk about it, people are not going to know that your freebie even exists. So people are not going to know that your freebie exists. So you talk about it, you make sure that you are letting people know that it's amazing and this is the benefits of having this my freebie, so that you know it's going to go on. So I think I'm going to take one more question. I did get a lot of questions, but I'm trying to keep it only to a particular thing. So I'm going to take one last question and then we can wrap up our Q&A. Let me know if you want another Q&A like this and what topics you want the Q&A. You can also let me know in the comments. Okay, so someone is saying, okay, her business is new. From what I'm understanding from this question, her business is new, so she wants to find out how important reviews and testimonials will be for her. Well, reviews and testimonials are so important in the marketing for today. So, but I can understand how a new business who nobody knows yet, nobody has probably patronized, may be struggling to get people that are going to come and ask questions. Okay, so you may be struggling to get people that are going to ask you questions, people that are going to give you solid reviews and testimonials. I can understand that. I can understand that a new business could be facing that, but there are ways around it. If you're a new business, you don't have any testimonials, you don't have any reviews, because they are absolutely important. What you can do is you can give away some of your stuffs for free and tell those people to give you reviews and testimonials in exchange. You can also ask your family and friends, can you please test my product? Oh, I just launched this new sunscreen. Can I send you like a test size or like a sample size, and then you try it out for a week, you try it out for a month, and give me reviews on it. So they can give you written reviews, video reviews, and you use those reviews for your marketing. So this is a way that you can go about it if you're still new and you don't have reviews. So you can get it from people around you and then use it for your marketing. If you have the budget, you can also consider getting micro influencers. You get micro influencers or nano influencers, send them your products, they make videos on your products, and then you use those products, or rather use those videos and chats, emails, wherever it is they send the feedback, you then use it to do your marketing. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me, guys. We've come to the end of our Q&A. If you're watching this, let's say you're watching the replay, and you still have questions, please drop them in the chat, drop them in the comments. I'm going to come back and I'm going to answer any questions that I see in the comment section. If you want to catch up with me, please visit any of your social media channels and search for DigitalBizGuru. You will find us on your favorite social media channel. Feel free to say hi. You can even say you are connecting with me from our YouTube live, so I know where you're coming from. I'm so happy to be here. And next week, I'm still going to be here again Wednesday 3 p.m. What to also have another engaging conversation with you. So our topic for next week, I'm trying to get that out. So our topic for next week, so that you can get ready. Hello, hello, hello. There are people that are still joining us now, but we're about to round up. We're about to round up for the live. Um, so I now have trying to find. Okay, this is for our YouTube live October 8th. October 8th, right? I want to be sure that that is our next live. Is next week October 8th? Okay, no, we have on the 1st of October. We have on the 1st of October, and our topic for the 1st of October is things I wish I knew before selling digital products. So this is what you and I are going to be talking about next week, Wednesday. I hope to see you, and as you're coming, come along with a friend. You can also visit our channel to see past fixing with Oma that we've had, and you would also be able to see upcoming Fix It with Oma. Hello, Damilola. Hey, from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Damilola. And I hope I'm going to see you next week, Wednesday by 3 p.m. Have an amazing day, everyone. See you.